Hello! Hello, hello, hello. We're gonna make some hammers. And it's gonna be great. We've got a couple of cameras set up. It's gonna be awesome. So guys, come hang out, leave some comments, ask some questions. Let's have a fun time. We've got a piece of 1 3/4 by 3.5 inch long, 1045 in the fire. We're gonna make a little 2-pound hammer. For you, it sounds like we're just talking to ourselves. Yeah. But just remember, there's a whole world over there. That one looking focus. I'm just refocused. I think it needs to focus again. No, it's a magnum focus. Yeah, on YouTube. We're just doing it on YouTube this time. Sometimes we're doing mobile. We're just doing it on YouTube. So there's 32 people. 92 people watching.
These hamlets are real manly.
Yeah.
As manly as
We give one a go. Yeah, it's not shiny. I know you Farriers are magpies.
Well, it's added testosterone.
Yeah. Great to have you guys here.
Pink goes with a lilac.
I think the pink is the problem on yours. That's why it's a little effeminate. This is why I always give Farriers crap. Because of this. This is what they do with their hammers. I mean, come on, man. How are you all doing? Yeah, it's really cold here, guys. It is a cold, cold morning. Right, should we make a hammer? We're gonna punch a hole. You ready? Yeah. You warm? Oh yeah, by the way, guys, check out the hammer that we're using. Oh, I haven't published that video yet. So they haven't even known about this hammer yet, but they saw us forge it. This is a hammer I forged last week. You guys saw the video. Pretty sweet, right? 12 pounds. Sadly, I didn't even get to use it. Sam gets to use it, so that's all right. Great to see you, Michael. Great to see you, Wishbone Knives, Steve, John, Travis, Lee, Lapasorosa. If I've forgotten anybody, that's because I'm finding it difficult to pronounce your name right off the cuff. On that chat. Okay, you ready? Punch a hole. Wow, that's pretty handy actually. The piece of steel has been cooking for about 10 hours.
They look really cool feathers.
Looks like I'm a little offset, so I'm going to adjust that. Medium blow, please. Beautiful. Lovely. Oh, it's cold. Vibrations, the shock in the hammer handle and the top tool handle. It's killing me.
You've got some pink wrap. It's a vibration on it.
I think I'll be just all right until my hands warm up. Sake of avoiding having to put any pink wrap on my handle. in the middle, then, don't we?
What did you make them out of?
This is a 1045 equivalent, so EN8.
Yeah. Heat treated.
Yeah, it's a water hardening steel.
Yeah.
So I harden it in water, keep the face under critical, and temper about 195, 200 degrees Celsius or so.
Yeah.
Very simple steel to work with. Low carbon in terms of tool steels, how tool steels go.
Yeah.
So it's safe. It's nice.
Yeah.
Hey, like in the sledge time.
Sledges by hand.
It's using power hammers and presses to do it, naturally. Big piece of steel. But I mean, I'm always a little curious as to where the limits of by hand goes.
Yeah.
My hands are right there doing it, but there's a lot more force involved with it.
Yeah, they're nice.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. No more.
How long have you been making hammers?
5 years?
Yeah.
But that's like from the first hammer that I made.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing this full time about 2 years or so. So that's wax is hot.
You do it full time?
Yeah.
On the hammers, yeah.
Most of my time is spent teaching classes. A lot of people want to learn how to make hammers.
Yeah.
But the business is pretty evenly split between making hammers and teaching classes. Safety Sally's out on patrol and the lack of glasses. Blame it on the sledge.
That makes a lot of sense.
Got some air.
Three biggins.
One more will get it. It'd be helpful if I could keep the thing in my tongs.
I reckon one more will do it.
There we go. This particular hot punch. This particular hot punch is made out of L6 steel. This is a hot punch I made several years ago. L6 is really resilient steel. However, this is L6 steel from Germany. I'm not able to get a hold of it here. Here in England, I use SP340, which the English denomination is EN24. It's pretty tough. However, L6 is the best steel I've used. The trouble is, if you don't heat treat it right, you can really mess it up and get a broken punch or a piece of punch in your leg. So that's why I don't really make them for sale out of L6. Yeah, we're here all day making hammers. We got 4 billets, so we'll probably end up just making 4 hammers. It's a good way to keep warm. So yeah, this stream will probably go on for hours upon hours. So you know,
There's not a limit, is there?
no, we're going to stream forever.
My phone dies. He ring me up and say.
Yeah, until Sam's telephone provider calls up and says that he can no longer use any data on his phone.
Until someone rings me and drops out.
Sorry?
That little plug in there.
That's the cut out from the.
That's the plug that came out. It's a negative of the punch. That's what we popped out of there.
Yeah. Do you use that little
No.
piece or anything else? Just goes with it.
I guess it would be kind of cool to make the wedge out of this.
That's what I thought you did. Yeah.
That'd be a cool thing, because then you know the hammer is complete.
Just cut it down the middle.
Yeah. Cut it down the middle, forge it out ever so slightly. You could make a wedge from it.
Yeah. Mini shirt.
Starting to work the cheeks. Bring them down to the button. And then to kind of avoid having to grind as much as possible, I'll then put a cupping tool in there and then begin to forge the round die of the hammer into it. That wants to generally push it off the drift though. I can hammer it back down on its own weight. Flip her around and do the same thing on the other side.
you just put that on the top and bottom set on the power hammer.
When I'm making that, yeah. However here, just use a larger fuller like this, and a matching bottom fuller. Polish it up, clean it out, pull it out. To begin with though, so we're more aggressive, I use a smaller fuller, get in that much faster.
Start off with round.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the billet that we're, I don't have a billet. I don't have the same one, but these are round stock like that. Pop a hole in it.
What steel is it?
It's EN8, so it's 0.4% carbon.
I know, I use it.
Yeah, that's a great steel. It's a great hammer making steel too.
It's just heat treated, it's a bit kind of, if I'm doing a lot, and the oil's heated up, it kind of, it's never as hard as if you're just doing one, you know, but
yeah. That's the big problem. That's the reason that I go with this as opposed to EN24. They're both readily available.
Yeah.
But you know, you need 200 litres of oil to be able to do a batch of hammers.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
So what do you do to heat treat these?
it's water. Heat the faces, quench in
Is that
water.
what you do?
Yeah.
Do you normalise it
Very
first?
simple. It depends on the sledges. I will. The hammers, they're done fast enough that there's no need to keep the grain structure nice and smooth.
Yeah. So when you see this with the top and bottom set, you must have drifted it.
Yeah, absolutely.
A long drift that you can hold.
Just one of these. When I'm doing it under a power hammer, it's just a little short drift held in tongs. Watch out, they might fall in half if you do that. Super glue it might come apart.
Well, not as ring as them fucking nunners. They're like them fucking nunners like Claymore lines fucking on the hair trigger. That's what I'm not.
Usually I'll make them out of EN24. That's like my standard steel for general tools apart from hammers is EN24. It's as tough as nails. Great for general stuff. Do you think that particular drift is 13 though? I think that one is. I think I've got a big pile of them. It's the first one I picked up. But yeah, I think that is. That's from when I used a longer drift and handheld it when I was making them under a power hammer. You know, when we're doing it with a striker, it's all right to use a simpler steel as your drift. You know, when you start getting a lot of force under it, moving a lot of material, then you can really forge the drift, and that's why step up to 813 works well.
Well, yeah. A lot of battles on passing out. Well, see, the apples and eggs would be solid as well. The elephant really wants no, he's one. Also, the sound he's on the outside, he's on the between the span as well.
on, guys, let's have a look at your comments. What's new? No, we don't take days off. I don't know the last time I took a day off. I have to make a video every day. It's almost impossible to take a day off. Oh, you're gonna just abandon us. Bloody hell.
We've got pretty easy for a while.
You wanna swing a sledge on the next one?
Yeah, go on then. What's the task?
Hit it hard.
Dylan does the board.
Now, I know you're a farrier, you're not used to swinging sledges any more than about 2 pounds or so. So, hope you'll manage.
Set it now. Let's go up here. I've just been having to go with square hammer.
You finding it any different?
Turn the shoe, yeah. Very nice to forge a heel with.
No.
Square face matches up the handle very well.
Nice. Yeah, no, naturally, you know, blacksmithing is different from shoemaking, but I've always found like the difference between my square hammers and the round hammers is completely negligible in what I do. You know, even when I'm on the round die and looking at all sorts of different angles.
I like the look of the square hammer.
Pretty. I like it too. I mean, this is my main hammer, and I think it's a little sexier than the round hammer.
I didn't know how I would get on with. I turned a concave hind.
Yeah.
I didn't know how I would get on with that tight 12 end.
Yeah.
Getting in there with square, but like you say, it doesn't really.
It's fine. Might stand on that side when you're swinging the sledge.
Yeah.
And then we'll take a heat. Sorry, Sam, we found a new striker.
Oh, me too.
Huh? Hard.
I'm going to take your head off. I'm left-handed.
You'll be alright. Go a little harder. There we go. That's a little better. Don't trust him with that.
What steel do you use for these?
These are made out of EN8, so it's 0.4% carbon. Water hardening steel. Nice and simple.
It's nice to see this control flash.
Good. I'm very pleased to hear that.
You get a kick. You have to see that basically.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
It's slightly watch face.
bounces off. I mean, obviously that's a mild steel angle, so it's not going to bounce, but it bounces off at weird angles.
Come back at you.
Yeah.
Opposed to
Well, I'm pleased that you like that. That's good. Yeah. How much, Alec? 155 for the round ones. minutes time. Is largely aesthetic, but you know, to be able to get wide enough cheeks and a large enough house for the handle, you kind of need to have the filler lines in there. I'm referring to these right here, so that you can get down below the plane of the faces, pull these out. Now, of course, that's if you're forging a hammer. If you're machining a hammer, that's a different story. I do group classes, so in the new year there will be some group hammer making classes that you can come and get on, and kind of it's like, you know, longer 2-day classes where we can make some more tools. Private class isn't something that I'm really going to be doing more in the new year. Group classes generally run in the region of 1-day class in the region of between 115 and 150 pounds per person. Then with the multiple day classes, I then include accommodation. So it ends up being in the region of 190 pounds to pounds per day. Accommodation included in 2 years too. Great. That make me feel as if I'm getting some of my money back. I see you got beanie. Yeah, I like it. Like a small audience from here. There are 60 people watching on there though. That's good. Oh, not anymore. Smashing his hammer up. Oh, I think I smashed the camera. Nice. You can do it again if you want. You can do that now. Hang on a second. Now you can actually. Oh, it ran out of battery. Oh. Hopefully, isn't that an expensive drop? Yeah, or you broke it. You just better pray that it ran out of battery. I reckon it did. Of course he'd say that. Oh, I need a glove. off the drift. I use this so that I can save as much grinding as possible later on. Forge to finish. And obviously we're going to get close to the end of it. I want to get as much scale off there as possible. So there's this little pitting to grind through later on. Forging's fun, grinding is miserable. Yeah?
Shiny!
Grinding isn't fitting though, is it?
Shiny!
That'll do.
Yeah, that's it, yeah, grinding. My best friend's a grinder.
Hey Sam, you ready? I'm going to take a hit. Like that. Hammer pull to the spine. Look at that, he's got his tippy toes off the ground. Taking off. Be a nice hammer, timely too. Yeah, after that side, go ahead and pull her off. Sorry?
Lots of jars of some steel.
Makes other stuff.
No, then you can have
Most
jars.
people have to go. Yeah, he said that I can take whatever I want from the steel.
Fill the van up. More on, start making it.
Oh no! Yeah, grass will break that thing.
I don't know, yeah. Yeah. I want to fix it up. There's not much metal goes into making it. I'll lift it off.
What's the instruments then, John? Did you?
Sorry?
Swing the snake out. Where's it?
Feet completely off the ground. Okay.
By your brush.
No, the cutting from getting hit by the brush is part of it, so. Okay, like that. Beautiful. Right. Polish up the troughs. This is the last heat, by the way. Last heat on the hammer. Finally hammer, might I add. That one will clock in about 40 minutes or so. Hot. forgot to do that. I forgot to sign it. Yeah. She's a beast, isn't she? That sledge, that was 130 mil of 85 mil round. Big section. Yeah. Big metal. Yeah, there's a tipping point where forging becomes not fun, and it's right about when you make a 12-pound sledge. Anymore, it's not fun. The biggest sledge I've made was 15 pounds. And at that point, it's just everything on the front side of the body is burning when you're making it. Everything's burning. The radiator heat is horrible. Like if you wear a shirt with 12 snaps, or you've got like a necklace on, you know, you're working away like this, and you stand up, and they touch your body, and all of a sudden, you know, you've got these burns all the way down from where they heated up and burnt you. That's 12 too. That was made by a hammer maker in the US called Frank Bailey.
It's just a brick.
Isn't it nice?
Made up of just extra brick. One for it once.
What's that sledge?
No, one hit.
What's that sledge in the workshop?
26 pounds.
What?
I have a 26-pound sledge in my workshop.
And it's a crossbit.
That's straight. Straight bit. Ridiculous. It's heavier than this anvil, I think.
Do you put the drift through that out of gas?
Sorry?
Do you put the drift through that out of gas?
The anvil. The anvil?
No, the drift.
Oh, the hammer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just made that just now.
Just put the hole through that out of gas.
You want to see us do another one?
No, not yet, but no, Jesus Christ. Take your word for it.
What? Took a heat and a half to put the hole in it?
Yeah, just warm up.
Yeah. Do it in the heat next time. Stop. You wouldn't hit like that.
You got cut blocks. Section of metals there.
That's 1040, so EN8 steel. 0.6 carbon. Plain carbon, 4.5. That's for a 2.5 pound hammer. This one's a little lighter than that.
Yeah, I want to run 2.5. How much do they go for?
The round hammers, the classic rounders, they're 155. Squares, they're 160. Just rounding it off a little bit more. 5 seconds on a grinder and fix that. Yeah. No, but I can totally appreciate that that'd be the case. I think on the round ones, it goes a little.
But if that back edge was a little bit sharper,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't struggle to collect it because I had that square edge there, and I'm not the dolly out there because it comes to a point. So it was more or less pulled apart and then pulled it over and put it over when it goes to. Or I use a hammer to drum it, and then you come back to this one. And then you go through sharp it this bit, yeah, it's a little bit sharper. Yeah, the square you need to use. And you. I might be the guy that goes to the square hammer. Yeah, I might be that guy. I feel like changing your hammer just before you fucking diploma. 3 years of using a hammer and I'm going to change it the last 2 weeks. Oh, Derek Gardner sacked it. And the new Derek Gardner, what are you doing? Exactly. So I've recently, about 3 weeks ago, just got that diamond. And you ran up the £2, just says, what's the £2? So when you're paying
Yeah, I've not made a pound and 3/4 hammer by hand.
That's the drift, that's hot that end.
Yeah, don't touch the hot drift. That'll burn you.
That is a beauty. You should get engraved with that mold, yeah.
Sorry?
You should get one engraved on the inside of that. Horse hammer. What's the wedge?
Sorry?
Oh shit, just back.
Straight to shoot right down the whole shot. A wedge in there.
I guess I put it away. Yeah, it's right.
Was it?
What? Yeah. No, this is actually a shoe. That's my, what do you call that? That would make sense.
It serves no purpose on the shoe just yet.
Yeah, we're not that intelligent, Scott, with mental danger and stuff. That is certainly.
Surely there's a Latin word for centre of a horseshoe.
No, how much are you selling these for?
155.
Fucking price, man. Price for that,
Especially living out of fucking gas.
yeah.
Everything I do is out of gas. You can cast steel in a gas forge. Wait, in a propane fired furnace, obviously, you know, where you have it set vertically rather than horizontal. It's just that most of the forges that you guys are all using are terrible. These things are poor as can be. Like the fact that it's hardly hot. This is a bad thing.
I think we need to change our fires to.
What do you use then?
I use a forge that I built.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got some great Venturi burners that I sell, soon I'm selling, which are crazily adjustable, and yeah, I built the forges. There we go, that's the latest forge, which is a big forge that's going to be able to heat up 4 12-pound sledgehammer bullets at a time. Yeah, that forge will melt steel, you know, if you turn up the pressure, but absolutely. Propane's plenty hot enough to melt steel.
That's running off 2 volts. The 2 big ones are sharing a bottom, and then the middle one, it's the little middle one, it's not actually in there.
I think I got a photo of it being hot.
Basically, a massive glass plate over that.
Well, that one for single burner, wasn't it? It was running 40
Yeah.
50.
No, 13 and 50 Celsius. Of just one of the burners. But it's nice and modular, that design. It's all based around the size of a fabric. So it means that bits can be taken, you know, pulled out, replaced when they fail. Really nice and
That was
easily
split
cost
up
effective.
to bring in the middle. You've got
Yeah.
a small little tight single burner forge. Or the 2 people want to work on it, so door on each side,
Yeah.
block it up, they can't get
It's kind of idea.
making hammers and stuff.
The hope is eventually to be able to design a small, and that one's for me to use. The hope is to design a small one that's going to be suited to the kind of hobby blacksmith market, so that, you know, there's another thing to kind of bring to a market. Smaller one, nice and modular, easy to make. There's kind of like a DIY kit. People can just, you know, you give them a refractory, give them the forge shell, give them the burner. Then all they do is they pour the refractory, they get the bricks together, put it in a thing, and they got a super simple, kind of cost-effective forge. seeing that you guys struggled so much with getting a freaking good forge, I might have to think about putting one together for Farrier too.
Yeah, do it.
My forge is alright.
Your forge is good.
I got the Colleoni twin burner.
Yeah. It's good, isn't it? That goes.
Makes some fucking noise.
Yeah,
It's like a bloody jet.
Jet engine. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is a good forge. But I've got one in my van. It's not really a van.
Don't do that. I bet that's needs gas, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah, I had a Pro Forge for my first fire.
Yeah,
that lasted me a little while, but the door aperture started falling away, and I ended up selling that to us. Pieces. Put a new table in it for it. Yeah, like 11 quid or whatever. But yeah, the Colleoni straight hot. The igniter keeps going on, so I've got to chuck paint on, which is a pain in the ass. It's in a really up to the box where you can change turn the one and two things on. But to get the igniter out, you've got to
To be honest, I think ours is done actually. Yeah, I think ours.
It's got no bloody flame failure on it as well, which I like.
How's it not?
I think Swanee's there, wasn't really well. Flame failures these days.
Yeah, I don't think it's pretty.
And I completely forgot about
pops.
No, the flame failure is so that you can so that when the wind blows it out, so the wind can't blow it out. And then it gets to a certain, there's an element that runs off that burner there. This here is a top, or whatever it is, runs into there. When that gets enough heat through it, it means you don't have to.
Oh yeah.
But if you put a raspberry against the gap, it's like the way you go.
Yeah.
Most of these are not. Loose boys are really easy.
How does that work? I just saw you do that. I've seen that before. What's that do?
Because when you use a small bottle, you're pushing so much out of there that as the liquid propane evaporates, it's decreasing the temperature. And so it'll eventually freeze, and then you'll completely lose all pressure. So this hopefully is going to keep it from freezing. I've never actually done it before. I've just seen people do it. And I've seen the pressure dropping. So
Is it nearly empty?
well, it shouldn't be. I mean, it's way up halfway, but it's frosting up to that much that I figure it'll freeze up eventually.
Catch.
Outstanding. Interesting. How much work will actually make it?
I'll definitely go to your place for a few days.
Where are you based?
Norwich. Yep.
But hotels close by, do a couple of days of horse group class, so you get to do a couple of days. I mean, you know,
That'd be a great thing to do. If you guys have any, other people here want to come do a hammer making day or a couple of days of tool making, get 4 together, we can then book a date that suits you all.
Easy do.
We do about 6 of us.
We can only do 4 at a time. That's why it's nice and kind of compact.
get more out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just trying to work on an all-inclusive price for food.
For the multiple day courses, if you just want to come make a hammer, that's a 1-day thing.
I suppose some of these tools aren't really relevant, well, none of these tools, apart from the hammer, are really relevant to what we do.
How long does that take you to make?
How long does that take me to make with a striker? It takes me to make 20 minutes. We made the little small one just now. Yeah. It's shorter when we're kind of in production, doing a batch of 50 or so. Not with a striker, it's with the power hammer and presses and such. Yeah. Sorry, 40 minutes is the 40 minutes forging.
Yeah.
Like the time that's inescapable is the finishing time. It's the grinding, it's the heat treating process, it's the handling process. That's where all the time really is. Even if you got the forging down to nothing, it's still pretty time intensive to make course.
It's nice to wait till I like it. Because me personally, I'm a bit more of a shaft.
Get some sip of it.
What's your view on shaft weight, fancy, obviously?
Well, you see, the thing is that with those shafts, I messed up a little bit because I ordered the handles, ordered them at 16 inches. Of course, it's not long enough for you guys to want it a little longer. But you want to give it a use, give it a try, see if you can make do with anything of that length. But
Yeah, we'll go there,
yeah, do it, absolutely. Right, I guess we've got a piece of steel hut. Let's make let's punch a hole. Somebody says I'm now live for Norwich, the biggest sale of the century. I think somebody's trying to break into my workshop and steal all my stuff. Now they know I'm not there. I think I need a guard dog.
No, you're right, you can do it. Just done my round.
Yeah, how'd you get on?
Yeah, they're alright actually, got past the wrong where I wanted it. So,
What's your lateral extension?
no, I went with a bit of medial extension. Right, you see, fell off. As it's landing, fell off immediately.
Right,
So I didn't do a medial extension, but I just got something inside the heel base.
Let's go for a medium blow. First spin, drop. It's an ominous start.
It's a smaller section, isn't it?
Yeah, that should be fine. It's just my fault. Nothing to do with my fault. Turn it around with every blow. That way we get as centered the hole as possible. You know, naturally, it's impossible to line everything up perfectly square.
Yeah.
Perfectly plants a piece of round stock. Sam's not going to hit perfectly square, really ever. But I can't hold it perfectly square either. So by turning it around, we can at least establish some sort of a mean, some sort of an average of straightness with our hole. Right, let's go a little harder. Let's get through it. And by taking the punch out every time, means we can have a look at it. See how the hole's developing. And make the adjustments that we need to make. If we go 1, 2, 3, the issue is you go 1, 2, 3 and you're at a slight angle, you go 1, 2, 3, you're all the way over here. Adjusting is a lot more difficult than observing the result of each single blow. That's why, the first time you try this, you can get a perfect hole because you go in one hit only. Much easier to control. There are a lot of guys that make it and they'll go ahead and hit 3 times. It takes a while to get practice to the point that you can make a great hole every time by hitting 3 times. Hitting 3 times. This is much more controlled and a much better start. When guys are kind of getting into making hammers at the beginning. Okay, we'll do one more. Flip it over and mark it though if you didn't see it. No? But I'm just going to mark it. Okay, so just hold the sledge that far above the floor. Just that far. Don't lift up and drop. Just that far.
So when you said that last time, I thought you want me to top edge it there.
Luckily, I always end up finding it. No. This far. Just there.
Distance is around. That's perfect.
Well, of course it's perfect. I've made hundreds of these things. I always get it in the right place. But it's just like a... Okay, now it's harder. There we go. It's just like an etiquette thing. It's like a, hey, it's just a great thing to show. That way when people get into it, they're not putting the hole off center. Laid out, we'll take another heat. It'll only take a few blows in the next heat to go ahead and cut the hole in this.
See if people make a hammer, they normally drill a hole in it first before they start widening it with a drill. Cheating.
This is way funner than set at a drilling machine, hanging off the...
Go for about 20 drill bits trying to get
Yeah, exactly. Snap a drill bit inside it.
So, how heavy do you start off with? So let's say it's a 4-pound hammer. How heavy do you start off with this?
Well, you'll generally lose to forging. I've heard people say a percentage per heat in maths to scale oxidation. stuff like that. I don't know how accurate that is. All I know is that if I want to make a 3.5 pound hammer, that is, I'll start with about 3 3/4 pounds. 2 pound hammer, maybe 2.2 pounds, you know? It's around 1/4 of a pound to 1/3 of a pound, something like that is lost in the hammer making process. But that's all through forging and grinding. Obviously, you know, trying to grind as little as possible in the most simple way. Yeah, I mean, most of the weight is lost to the scale on the ground. Less is lost to the grinding process. Jump down pretty fast. Oh. Come on, man.
Getting like a Farrier. Feel a little bit like a black.
Plug is almost out of there. That's the camera. See some air there.
Well, middle of the day, is it?
Yeah. It's what, like 5 o'clock in the morning in the US? Little hammer, perfectly clean hole. Again, that's just the benefit of punching a hole as opposed to like slitting it, where you get all sorts of rag in there.
Yeah. Small bit now, I suppose they're a bit bigger than
I suppose kind of depends how deep you go. You know, how deep you go from the first side.
Most of the material's going either side, you know. If you were to go a little bit deeper, you'd get an even smaller plug when you go from that first side.
Yeah.
Just see how hot my phone's getting in it. Competitors are pretty good, but batteries aren't getting hot.
Wow, still got 71% battery. It's amazing, it's streaming in 720p.
It's got a magnet on that.
Cool, they just have conversations among themselves. They're talking about what hammers people use.
Live show every Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're streaming this right now to YouTube.
Yeah.
People are just commenting away. How are the burgers coming along?
Josh.
Stamps and pritchels, you guys put a lot of stress on them. I would say go with H13 or S7 for them. That's the standard for those anyway. That's a tough. They're tough steels. They'll withstand the hot work that you guys are using. It's because like steel has limits. Sadly. It's only going to do what it can do. It's not. And you've got to treat it with a certain level of gingerliness. Whatever it is, you know. If if you're competing, and you know you're going inside all the holes as hard as you can, that thing's getting hot, you're going in the water, you know, all that shocking, it's going to make it fail.
Yeah.
And there's no material that's not going to fail in that kind of use. You can do it all with a very basic steel if you were just a little careful, a little more careful with the temperature that you're using it. You know, you'd be able to use oil spring, make a great one, provided you weren't wailing away and letting it get super hot. The question is, do you need to wail away and get it super hot to get the job done? Probably, you know. So I think it's one of those things about S7 and H13, they're about the top of the line as far as you're going to get this heat.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anything tougher, especially for hot work. You're not going to get anything tougher than H13. Especially not in this country.
Yeah.
But you can pretty full on yourself. You've just got to work with what you've got. So how this happens. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do some forging. Ditty little hammer. It won't take long. Tiny little thing. Hang on a second. I've got to aim it a little better on this. No, hit it hard. Just I've got to aim it a little better so I don't slip off. Beautiful striking. One set. Beautiful. Now the proportions on this one, they're a little longer than I'd like, so we're going to go ahead and really focus on upsetting it a little more to have my striker hit nice and hard. Stay right there. Back comes loose, naturally. Now I would usually let the own weight of the hammer go ahead and set it back on the drift, but there's simply not enough weight there. Go ahead. And I'll go into the other side. Tiny little piece of steel. Pound and 3/4. Paul Brady. These tongs are made out of 4340 EN24 here in the UK. These tongs right here, hammer making tongs. You want to make sure that you're not using mild steel for something like this. Naturally, they are really very thin and dainty tongs, so they're light, and so that you have a balance right here in the middle where you're holding them. Makes it a lot easier to use. And a pair of tongs like this, you can make a 1 3/4 pound hammer all the way up to a 15-pound sledge. In fact, use this very set when I'm making sledges, and I probably use this very set when I was making this 12-pound sledge, and you can hold it just fine, and that's because we're using a pretty tough steel so that we get that springiness as opposed to that bending in the tongs when we're using them. I know it seems weird as if I'm just talking to myself, but there are people through this. There are 66 people.
can raise some CPD points. To get professional development, it's a training course. So you can get accredited points that Farrier get.
How do I do that?
Just makes it much more registration.
I think I should do that. I think Giles talked to me about that last time he came. Yeah, we're good. You guys are very lucky you weren't stood right there.
Yeah.
You might have become infertile. Beautiful. Just horribly. Cool off the church. And back to the forge. Starting to wake up in the US. People are chiming in saying, hey, from the East Coast. Apparently your shoelaces are undone, Sam.
No.
It's amazing that somebody from the US has to tell you to tie your shoelaces. Hey, don't show that ankle. You'll get too many people excited now, Sam. So you guys still training or do you do it full time?
I'm qualified now, instructor up here, so.
We're using some Swan forges here.
Swan the competitor. There you go. And yeah, they're all right. I mean, it's hot enough to do it, but it's not super duper hot. You've got to notice we got the propane bottle in a bucket of water so it doesn't freeze up, so we can keep the pressure up.
Do you reckon we can do both sides in one heat? Even harder.
You keep hold of the tools.
Yeah, if you don't make them get thrown out of my hand, I think we will do it in one heat. Great. Flip it around. Look at that. Even harder. Oh, this steel is just easy. This size. As I said earlier, guys, this is the first time I've forged with a striker, a pound 3/4 hammer. Really fun little tiny piece of material to work. A little lighter now as we, a little harder than that though, as we go to the diagonals. Just because they're a little difficult to get set right there at the beginning. Look at that, one heat.
It's warmed up now.
One heat trough lines. Look at striking. He's starting to strike like a blacksmith, not a farrier. That's good. I shouldn't really be giving any farriers any crap considering I'm well numbered. I'm not particularly sure if that's English.
No, they can weld.
You can.
Just plenty of flux.
Probably you just drill out the orifice.
No, they're alright. Plenty of flux.
What this means? Yeah,
You can do it. You can put some pink grip on it. You have to give me 160 degree first. Put as much pink as you want on it.
yeah. If I had a pink grip on it, I don't think you'd make it swing like that.
And that. That's horrible looking. You ready?
Yeah, be quick.
Be quick. Quiet the hot. Yep.
Cheeks, yeah.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Nice and hard. Trying to kill me, Sam.
Yeah. Better that way than the other.
I really need to get a little Bluetooth keyboard. Like a little belt-mounted Bluetooth keyboard, just press some buttons with it hanging off your belt. That'd be great. With switching the shots. Right. We'll release it in the cupping tool. Brush the faces. No scale on it. Be a clean little hammer. One more. Just forge the drift ever so slightly. See, that's what happens. Your drift gets hot, you keep hammering on it, you forge it. Well, I think this is a drift I once welded up. That's why. Big weld in that one.
Nothing, just compress it a little bit while we're draw it out a little bit while we're working it.
Oh, yeah.
too big.
No, it's because you're not hitting hard enough at the beginning, so it takes too long to do it. So it gets hot, and then you fall into drift. When you then eventually get into it, you start hitting like a backspin sound. I'm joking. It happens. It just means you just got to work it a little faster so it doesn't get hot. Now, it wouldn't have happened if we were a little higher up the drift like we would have been on a larger hammer. Because being low down the drift, it gets hot quicker. They want to see your full swing.
My full swing?
Yeah. It's actually pretty funny, his feet get off the ground.
And then we'll compare it to your full swing.
Do you want to make a camera on this? Right, swing your hammer slabs. Swing your hammer slabs now. See if I'm not wrong. Go on. There we go. Yeah,
Nice bit of sponsorship there.
yeah.
Lots of advertising for hammering.
Free advertising. Terrible. Need to see if we can blur it out. Should have bought the green screen. We could have done this from the beach again. Right, are we on it?
Yeah.
I think you're in focus. Make sure I got everything. Do you have a little filler? Alright, here you go.
Cheers.
You want a little toasty sound?
Just a little.
Pop that on there.
Cheeks again.
Yeah, cheeks again. Small fuller this time. Thank you. Good brush. Whoa. Throw the trot lines again. Look at that beautiful little hammer. Look at that. That's going to be a nice one.
Touch mark.
Sorry? Nah, you gotta go in with the large funnel. So I now go on the opposite side, pick the large funnel. You've been rated a 9.7 on your swing. By Abby Babby.
You do your swing?
I need to direct. I'm not letting you make a mess of this now. This one's it. Seriously, you can direct that if you want. Seriously, you should.
Not in front of people.
Yeah. Actually, I really should have brought more steel. You could have just kept making hammers all
Yeah,
day.
the master hammer stop here. Yeah,
Sorry?
the master stop here.
I don't want to do that race 13.
No, neither do I.
I don't think we've got any worse than minutes in the house. I don't think we've got any.
I mean, 40 mil round, 45 mil round.
I think we've got like 60 mil square, isn't it?
Well, we can do 60 mil square.
We've got the rest of the afternoon.
Oh, you've got a little one that you make. Where do you?
The 4-inch square.
Says it. It's got a stock here for gravel.
I don't know, I can do it H13.
You can just cut off some truck axle.
You see, do you know the rounds on diggers?
Yep.
Is it any good?
Yep. Same material as this.
Is it?
Except it's got a chrome plating on it.
Alright, yeah.
So you want to grind off the chrome plating so you don't die next week.
Right.
Yeah. Chrome's a problem.
Yeah, well, you see, it's good steel, is it?
Yeah, it's fine to make the hammer out of. It's water hardening steel.
It's,
You can go to a hydraulic repair shop. And they have dump spaces.
I didn't know it would be any good.
It's just that you'll find, like, okay, a hammer billet cost me £3.
Yeah.
Like, cheap as can be, right? Good, like, steel that's bought from you, you know exactly what it is, it's cheap. If you want to make a couple of hammers, making it out of a hydraulic ram is good. You know, if you want to make some more, I just buy a bar, it's cheap. You know, you can buy a 3 meter stick of that for like 50 quid.
Right. You're in a pile of holes.
Make a lot of hammers out of it, you know? And then you know exactly what steel it is, you don't have to bother about grinding the chrome off. Because if you make more than 2 or 3 hammers, sorry, you make more than 2 or 3 hammers out of the hydraulic ram, you're going to get bored of grinding off the chrome.
Did you make this out of a round?
Oh!
It's one of them. It's one of them.
£1,000 down.
I haven't broke it, have I?
I hope not. Let's see. Let me go to the shop. That we did. You haven't quite broke.
Let's do it say like that. That's a Yorkshire. Did you make this out of a round bit or a square bit?
That started out as round stock. I just squared it up under the power hammer.
Have you got any oh, it's got it left. You just use round one. The square one.
We could always square it up.
Have you?
We could square it up with the sledge. Possible. I don't have anything to grind it here.
No, what I mean is like, I was to go home and make a square, I was where to start.
The idea is you don't. We're not going to show you how to do it, are
That's
we?
what I wanted. I've got it. You know, they're in my right. I've got some tool. Oh. You moving tool off? I've got some bits out of it. I've got a big one.
So what am I doing? Farrier, he hits the anvil more than the workpiece. That's pretty rich coming from me. I think it's like hit the anvil. It's nice, it keeps the rhythm. You know?
I'll give you an ask. Why do you keep hitting the rhythm? I don't know.
It sounds nice. It means that you can adjust your rhythm.
Moving my arm constantly. I don't want to hit the steel because I'm not sure where I want to hit it yet.
Exactly.
It looks quite like an old dude as well.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, I think that's the steel.
Big fella?
Yep.
Perfect hammer. Go ahead and throw a touch mark on it. Sam, we need to make you a touch mark. We'll get one made for you. Maybe we should open a little contest for somebody to design a touch mark for Sam. Did you say it looked like a Bristol Pulse?
Yeah. You know Bristol?
Sorry?
You know Bristol?
No, I don't. Just, I've seen it now. I mean, come on, man. That thing is clean. It's not Ben.
It's not the shop yet.
Look at that. That's unreal. That's a nice one.
Yeah, to be fair, that's a little bit accurate.
Sorry?
To be fair, it's a little bit accurate for the other sort that you could do in 30. It's lovely that one, isn't it? It's almost a little too neat.
Are you sure that's handmade?
Yeah, while you guys were turned around, we just switched over the billets in the fire, you know?
We're not doing this, we're signing ourselves up for blue cheese. Here's one I made earlier.
There is one I made earlier. There we go, we're at 2 hammers so far. There's a little 2-pounder, there's a 1 3/4.
Is that what it is? It's 1 3/4, is it?
Yeah.
That's probably more your weight, is it? Or
No,
pound
man.
3/4?
2.5.
Oh, you just turn it up. Just fit it.
Oh, yeah. It's 2. Johnny? Yeah, so he usually sells for 2 1/4.
Maybe we should have brought some Damascus to make a hammer out of.
Yeah, you should.
He just commented that.
Anyone drive Sonora?
You really need Damascus, don't you?
Yeah.
I've got a nail hammer.
Show them the photo of your nailing on hammer. I'll get the.
I don't know. It is all we need from it.
I actually have 2 more spaces on the Damascus hammer.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it?
It's stuff that's kind of so.
250 quid. 2-day course.
How much is a Damascus?
How much is the Damascus hammer? A month's wages.
That is really money, that is.
Yeah.
This is one that the other one he made. That's not obviously nailed on now.
No, it's not. That's not. I need one in my life. How much
I
is
need that. I do need that in my life.
it? £2 Damascus hammer.
£2 what? Shoe turning hammer?
What?
Shoe turning hammer?
A 2-pound shoe turning hammer out of Damascus. Nothing less than 600 pounds.
You're going to do it, aren't you?
Where is it?
I thought you were going to sell it like 10 grand.
Nah.
No, I think you've got one hook now. You passed the line there, I think you've got a catch.
There's a little. That's not obviously it's not a Farrier hammer.
No,
That's mine.
that looks nice.
Use it.
I wouldn't want to use it though.
I would. He uses that.
That is
Hit road now, so
Should we show the camera real quick?
that is.
No, wait. Sorry, we're talking about Damascus hammers, guys. Sorry to leave you in the lurch. That's the one that Sam uses. Little Farrier's turning hammer. There's a little axe.
but you've got to come and help and make it as well.
Nah.
Where are my elbows out? Just sit down. Sit there with my foot going bum 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 bum.
I'm filming in innocent number. Would the property of the steel give it any downfall?
Nah. It'd just be the same as a hammer.
I would like to go and make it though. Like you said, I think it would
That's
be
called the Damascus class.
Come down, make one 17th, 18th December.
17th, 18th of
You guys
December.
both come down. Both come make a hammer.
Yeah. I'm going to need to check with Orange.
I think I'll give you time on it.
I think you can make yourself a free.
I think I'm going to have to.
There are 2 places left on it, so.
I think I need a house for holiday.
You do see, please go make some Damascus hammers.
Can't afford to get divorced, I'm buying a
Yeah, but you can afford the Damascus hammers.
Well, look, if you spend the money on the Damascus hammer, at least when you get divorced, you still get to keep the hammer. She won't want to share the hammer, you know.
We want to find out how much it's worth. Yeah.
Guys, should we have a little break? We'll come back and do another stream a little later.
Yeah.
I'll end this up by putting that up for the camera.
17th, 18th.
And I'm going to just talk to the camera for a few seconds. Okay, guys. We're going to take a break. Probably be back live again in a couple of hours, make a couple more hammers. We've got 2 more billets. But we're going to walk around, see a little bit more of the competition, and I'll see you all in a bit. It's been great. See you soon. Probably be back in an hour or 2 live again.